Okay, last of the AntSimMock coding questions. What are we on? Question 13. This is the nest raiding. I'm going to be honest, I kind of when I was thinking about this, I hadn't realised how much of an overlap there would be in terms of the context of the question with the previous one, but oh well. I think it's still quite a nice question. I actually think it's quite a likely question, particularly how some of the simulations are set up, but we'll find out, won't we? Right, hopefully you've had a little read of this. Basic gist, ant ends up in another nest. It can nick food from that nest. This was the tasks set out. It would have been made slightly more straightforward if you didn't have to do a random amount of food, because then it could have just been the ant's capacity as long as it didn't exceed the amount of food in the nest. But it's a random one between 1 and the ant food's capacity not exceeding the nest, so you got to think about that a little bit. But the basic gist, we're going to do this. Create a function, chuck in an ant and a nest, and we'll only be calling this if an ant is in an opposing nest. So it's basically the ant that's in the opposing nest, other nest. Make sure the nest has got some food, otherwise you're just going to have to pass. And if it has got food, make sure you get between, well, what we've just said, the amount that the ant can carry and 1, but not more than the nest has. There's a little print statement to fill out, and basically you're going to do a check in advanced stage every single time to see if an ant is in a nest that's not its own. Okay, what does the solution look like? Bosh. That's the function. You got told to call it raid rival nest. You've got can I do a laser? Try this. Sorry. You've got to make sure that you put in the ant, which we've called A, not particularly well named actually, but it's called elsewhere, and the rival nest. That's an object. So now all of the methods that rival nest has, we can just access. So get food level is in rival nests, so it's in nest, so we can just use that. So if get food levels greater than 0, this is the little bit of stuff where we're going to nick the food. You could have done it as a one-liner, this really, but basically we're setting the value of food stolen as being a random amount between 1 and the ant can carry, and then we're just applying the min function, but it could be if food stolen is greater than food level. You get the idea. You could have done it longhand, doesn't really matter. At the end, you then use the change food method, and it is really important you know these methods so that you can use them, because otherwise you're going to waste a lot of time. And you're also going to update the amount of food the ant's carrying. So you've got those two things. This is the cheeky little print statement they want, pretty much just for the marking. Again, whether you concatenated it long, old school, or whether you did it using F strings, I don't mind. Last, oh God, turn off. Exit area. Okay, and this is the final little call. We need to make sure that it's a worker ant that it's currently carrying no food, and that have I pasted the right thing in here? Have I grabbed the wrong one? and not its own nest. Oh, sorry, I'm being mad up. Sorry, I just remembered what I did. I pasted, I moved this down to the next line just so we could see. Oh, because this should, why did I do this? I'm an idiot, sorry. So basically the first little term is it a workaround? Does the ant have any food in it? And then crucially, it's not its own nest, but it is at a nest. Okay? So we're looking at the ant's current cell. Is there other ways of doing this? Definitely. Are they more long-winded? Yes. But this is using the methods all built in to the current solution. Then we call our function. No, we don't. Yes, we do. We name our parameter rival nest as being the nest that's currently in that cell, and then we call our function passing in the nest. And this A for ant is because we're in the for loop. Oh, crikey. Give you a second just to do that, and then we'll test it. Okay, let's go for it. 4. Let's have a quick check. 2, 4, 4, 10. They're not massively close together, these. Oh well, let's see if we get a. Do you know what? I'm just going to, because we want. Oh, let's give it 1. Let's give it. You never know. X. So 8, 5. Goodness. I'm going to go 40. Yeah, I didn't think that would happen. Basically, everyone's died. I'm just going to pause this. I'm going to keep running my simulations until I get 2 nests close together. Okay, I got really bored of testing this, so I'm going to be honest with you, I've just cheated. I've added extra nests. So there's now 4 nests, and brilliantly I've got 2 lots of nests close together. Yay! Right, so I'm just going to advance, I'm going to advance 10, I think. So 1, 5, 10, I bet there's some raiding. Oh, look at that. A little bit of cheeky raiding there. So let's advance another 20 just to see a bit more. Do you know what? Not as much raiding as I thought, even though they're really close together. So, but we've got some raiding, and that's enough for testing. It would have been easier if we'd shoved it in a 5x5 and done 3 or 4 nests, but I hope that wasn't too frustrating during your mock exam to actually produce this. Right, that's the whole thing done.